Hi, welcome to Gameolio 77. We're gamers. We talk games on this podcast. And yeah, we talk games. You know? It's good when we can actually find the time to play games, then talk about it. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I'm Dan. Hi. How's it going? And I've got Haven here. Hello, Haven.
Hello.
Hello, sir. It's been a while since I've heard your voice. Those
Yeah,
vocal cords here on the internets. Yeah. Been a busy period, huh?
I think last time, the first time I was not here because I was in Perth, on the flight to Perth.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can record on the plane if they'll let me, but yeah.
I don't want to get thrown off the plane like that.
No, it would be.
Last time, I think. Oh yeah, last time because you guys changed it to Monday. So
yes, because the long weekend. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a bit troublesome over the long weekend, and it throws things off because people are doing things with family and friends and going out and getting drunk and doing all that stuff, and yeah. But that's okay because you're here now.
And I'm here now.
All is
back
good.
Into original form.
Yes. All right. So a lot has happened since we last spoke. I think one of the big things. Actually, I don't even know if this happened or not, or if this happened between. Did it happen between? I don't know. But anyway, Steambox. I think the very last podcast, which is yet to be released because of my busy schedule, I still haven't released the last podcast. But that doesn't matter to people listening to this because you won't know. You won't know. But when you hear it, it may sound like, what's he talking about? This happened like 2 weeks ago. Well, yes, it did. And there you go. It'll be like a refresher for you. Like this podcast will be when it comes out in about a month. Anyhow, that point aside, all that aside, Phuong and I were talking about this idea, like, yeah, it'd be great to use big picture or whatever it is on Steam, you know, and have a nice big monitor, nice big TV. I could just throw it off to the side, play my games. And pretty much the next day or so, the Steam and Valve, they said, you know what, we're doing the Steam box. Here's a picture of the control pad. Here's a picture. Here's the operating system we're going to use, and here's the actual Steam box idea that we're going to be doing and be releasing sometime in 2014. And so it's like, well, it's coming. It's going to be a console. You know, it's going to be that thing which I can just buy and pop down next to my TV downstairs, and I don't have to worry about bringing it upstairs. I can just play it all right there. And I don't know. I think this is fantastic. I mean, being able to just play your games on a consoleize. I mean, you know, realistically, this can be done now. Like I just said, you can just get the big picture thing. You can have like a powerful PC. You just pop it next to your TV. You could do the same thing. You know, right now you could do it. But to have it all in this little box and not have to worry about all the little parts, you just buy the thing and pop it there and you can play the games and you can have resolutions that are probably better than what you can get on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Possibly. I don't know.
So do you know how big the hard disk capacity is, the Steam box?
I don't think they've released any of this information yet. It's still kind of like, we're doing it, and there are games coming that support this Linux-based OS, but we don't know. We're not saying what they are. I can only imagine it's games like, at least the release games will be things like Left 4 Dead 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, and that other one that they've got, which is terrible that I forgot. I don't know. Counter-Strike 3, I'd say, would be another one. And you got your... what else do they do? There's other games, I'm sure. Borderlands 3, they'll work a thing in with Gearbox, you know, because those two are linked in. So I'm sure there'll be, like, substantial released, you know, substantial companies behind this thing. But it's interesting. And you kind of think, well, what's PS4 and Xbox One thinking as well? Are they worried at all? Do they need to be worried? I don't know. Maybe they don't need to be worried at all, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. Because for me, a lot of people play Steam games, not only because they're cheap during the sale, but also it's because a lot of people prefer keyboard and mouse control. That's why they play Steam game instead of playing console games. So if they release a Steam box actually using a controller and console controller, it's kind of, I don't know whether people would think, where did where is the difference now?
Yeah. Well, that particular controller which they've shown off, I think IGN. I'll see if I can find the link and post it. But I think IGN had a little play session with the control pad, and it seemed to be that they quite liked it. I looking at it thinking, well, damn, how's it? I mean, okay, you can play FPSs on your Xbox controller, your PS3 controller. You can play it, you can do it, but it is a bit cumbersome. And how
Yeah.
can we refine this? How can we make this a lot more streamlined? What that doesn't even make sense. How can we make this a lot more, easier to use in the
Yeah, it
end?
looks like it's like a circular touch
Yeah,
patch kind of
yeah.
thing.
Well, I mean, look, based off what their little video, their little test there, I mean, they seem to be fairly impressed. I guess it's something you got to get used to, but once you are, it may work just a little bit better than what we're used to. And that's great. Look, if you can plug a keyboard and mouse, which I don't see why you couldn't. It would be a little bit strange, I suppose, to sit down somewhere and have that all. Like, it's strange because you usually sit at a desk to use a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Usually in the living room, what do you have? You have a coffee table, so you got to get on
Yeah.
the floor. It's a little bit more harder to use, I'd say, but it's probably a possibility. I'm interested. I'm certainly interested, but the one thing which I think about almost immediately is this Linux-based OS, which means, is that a way for them to charge full price for these games rather than you could just buy them off the Steam sales, and it's linked because it's different operating system. It's Windows, it's your Mac.
Yeah.
So that by itself worries me a little bit. Because if it was that you could just purchase your games straight off Steam and it's similar pricing, it's like when we have those crazy sales, you could pick up a dozen games for $10.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous, the amount of great games you'd be able to get. But I've got a little reservation on that point. Still interested, very interested seeing this thing come to.
Yeah, just wondering how the business model will work.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, but we're not really talking about it too much. And the problem is PS4 and Xbox One are right around the corner at this point. It's not that long. I think we're within a month now of one of them releasing. Yeah. So, it's kind of like, well, now I'm thinking, do I hold off? Do I wait? I'm actually kind of excited about the PS4. I really sort of, I dare say I may even jump on it at day one. Like, it's just, it's something which I didn't really care too much. Like, I did care, but it wasn't something which I really thought about too hard. I thought, well, I can wait a while. But as we're getting closer and closer, I'm kind of getting a little excited about this thing. And I don't even think there's terribly great release titles. I think Killzone maybe, but
you're a big Killzone fan
at the moment, yeah. It's we're in a strange period, and coming out of nowhere with this. Well, I mean, it's not exactly nowhere, but it's like stepping forward and going, okay, it is a thing. It is going to be coming out, rather than it just shrouded in rumors and hidden, in the background there. So yeah, we're talking about a potential third major player. Look, Nintendo. I don't know if you can consider them a major player anymore. They've certainly got their niche market, but they're not like the the PlayStation and the Xbox.
Yeah.
Not at least not anymore. So
I think they don't really. I don't know whether actually they care or not anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so. It's like, well, we know we've got this core group which will play by it, throughout all of time. There's always going to be kids, and we seem to be always catering for the kids and little parties and that type of thing. So I think Mario, Zelda, and their little brawl will just. They just need to keep recycling it, and they're pretty much good. They'll keep selling and make little interesting things like your little Wiimotes and those type of gimmicky games. And they seem to just keep selling. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Wii U is kind of really you don't really know what the purpose is for.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mean, the thing is, it is all good, but then at the same time is. What does it do?
I mean, what does it do that's different? Like, okay, it's supposed to be graphics that are equivalent to Xbox 360, I think was the thing they were saying, but like Xbox 360 is on its way out,
Yeah.
Not to say that that's got anything to do with the game itself. I mean, like, look, Xbox and PS3 are still churning out games which blow your mind. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, classic example right there. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of video. I've seen a lot of people playing it, and it looks amazing. And considering this is end of cycle, it still looks bloody good. And and even last year, I mean, or the year before, I mean, like Battlefield and Crisis 2, and look, I'm playing Killzone 2, and that's I think a 3 year old game, something like that. It's fairly old now, and I'm playing it right now, and it looks. I love it. I love the view. I love the look of it, and it's just So to pin it all on graphics, I guess you can't really do that. And certainly Nintendo have never been. Let's wow everybody with our graphics. Except for that Nintendo Space Show where they showed that Zelda game like a decade ago, more than a decade ago. And I thought, wow, Nintendo are on top of their game. And then we got like Wind Waker or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Wind Waker. So you really still don't like Wind Waker, do you?
No. It's not. It's not that I don't like it. It's just at the time they did release footage of what a Zelda could look like on this console, on the GameCube. I think it might have been GameCube at the time.
Yeah.
And just seeing that and then receiving Wind Waker is like, that is not even close to what we saw. Like, it's just completely different art style. Yeah. It's just, but the good thing about that is, and I'm waffling on now, but the good thing about that is, you take Wind Waker from back then and now what they've done with it on the Wii U, and there's not much, like they can throw in some effects and so on, but it still stands up, because of that art style they chose. It's very smart. It's like World of Warcraft, what they've done, rather than going, let's make everything realistic or something. They just stuck with a style, and they've continued to do that. And we're talking like, close to a decade of World of Warcraft. And you can't look at it and go, this really looks dated. You can't really do that because it's just like they've taken what they've had back then and given it a bit of a sheen. Certainly character models probably are lacking now, but, the art style across the board is fairly... not something that I could have an issue with in terms of time that's passed.
That's true.
Yeah. But anyway, the Steam box. So, looking forward to more information for sure.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how eventually it plays out.
Yeah. It certainly will. This Linux thing, Linux based. I wonder if that brings back a little bit of resurgence. I mean,
I wonder why they chose Linux as operating system. Is it because they don't want to actually rely on any other operating system? That's why they...
Well, in a way, in one sense, like I said, it's kind of a way of going to a system whereby you could possibly charge people more money for the games, because they can't just get the Windows version and play it on their Steam box. They need a specialized version. In one way, there's that, but I would like to think it's not because of that. I'd like to think that it's, as people or Linux based users have always said for years and decades and so on, that it's just a better system. It's just a better way of using those resources to create things. So I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I'm lying if I said that I know everything about Linux, because I know Jack nothing. You know the word that comes after Jack. I know close to nothing about this system. I once looked at it and thought maybe I could install it on my system, and totally forgot about it the next day. So, it'll be interesting to see what they actually can do with this thing, like how much more powerful it can be, that, you could have hardware similar to what we have now and be producing 200% better or whatever whatever it could do. So, yeah. Things to look forward to in the near future. Probably won't affect the PS4 and Xbox One immediately, but we'll have to wait and see for that one.
So do you think you really will get on to PS4 when it first release?
It's something I feel that I could. Whether I do or not is completely different. But at this point in time, I feel compelled to go and get a PS4. I'm buying into the marketing. I don't know. I suppose it's just the idea of something new and shiny, and having a play around.
What about Xbox One? So because you were the last of all of us.
Yeah. I think that the E3 and the things that came before really left sour taste in my mouth. I'm sure all that stuff would just go away once it's released and once we see games and then Halo and blah blah blah. But I'm probably at this point in time, I'm kind of happy with what the PS4's got. And look, I before the Xbox 360, I was a PS2 guy.
Yeah.
I was very late to the party with the Xbox, and I didn't even buy it. Rich had a spare Xbox console, and he said, "Just have this." And so I did, and I just started playing that because I was at the end of all the PS2 games that I have played, and I was like, "Yeah, this ain't new. Halo, what's that? Oh my goodness, Halo, what?" And so yeah, I'd say I might do it this way for this generation. I'll go to the PS again, and then towards the end, I might go for the Xbox One, and then play some Halo 5, 6, and 7 or whatever is going to be released. Just do it all in one go.
I'm sure they will keep coming.
Yeah. Master Chief can't stop. He can't stop. Can't stop. Haven, what have you been up to, man? Like, I know there's this final game. This what's it called Fantasia. I can't remember what's it called.
It's called Final Fantasy 14.
That's the one. I should know after the 14th one, shouldn't I? I should be able to remember like what the name. That's unbelievable. So this is the online game, the online massively
yeah.
multiplayer online RPGs, role-playing games. Right. Is anyone playing their role?
I think Phuong has gone up a bit now because now she got Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think she's playing that much on an F14 anymore. And yeah, but a few friends of mine, we are still playing. Like yesterday, I came back from work. I played with a friend for like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
And yeah, I think this time round is a lot more polished.
Yeah,
I mean, the last time when we had the podcast, I said that it looks more polished. The demo looks a lot more polished than the previous version that bombed like notoriously.
Yeah.
A few years back. And at that time, I looked at that game. I just thought that who would want to play that game?
Yeah.
And this one is a lot better. The demo was a lot better. They're still not really exactly very stable, but the final product, I think it kinds of savaged the bad name that Square Enix had made for itself for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still issues here and there. Because, I don't know, for me, there are certain things that are just kind of repetitive, and it takes a lot of time to get things done. And I mean, I think probably as a seasoned MMO player, probably you actually have to invest a lot of time in MMO before actually to get it really interesting.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm occasional weekend player. I don't really play during the week, so it becomes that sometimes, for example, my friends who are very dedicated to the game, like in 1 week's time they got up like 10 levels and all those different kind of cool things, and then you're still trying to get through the story to get to a point that you open up new things that you can do. So yeah, but in terms of gameplay, I think it's pretty well done. I mean, it's FF12 now really online, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, of course, the graphics is a bit prettier than FF12.
Yeah. Now, how does because you're the console guy and iPhone's playing on the PC, how do the graphics stack up?
The graphics on the console one is not too bad,
Okay.
but I heard that people said that the console one is a lot better.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the console one myself.
Yeah.
So I can't really tell. But from the
hang on. Well, you haven't seen the console version?
Huh?
Wait, you haven't seen the console version?
No, I haven't seen the PC version.
Oh, the PC version. Okay.
Yeah, but for the console version that I'm playing, it is pretty good.
I was like, Haven, you bought that PC, man. What's going on? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and but I don't know. People who play PC game always said the PC is a lot better than console. So I don't know whether it's biased or actually it is so much better than the console one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but as far as I see, it's pretty good. I mean, they still have some issues. Like sometimes you do have frame rate issue, or that angle kind of issue. but I don't know whether that also exists on a computer or not, on a PC or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one story mission that I kill the boss, and then it keeps on loop back to the part before you kill the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, I actually have to switch it off and then come back to it the next day, and then I went through that. Like then I was able to went through that part of to go through that part of the story.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not without issue, but I think it is. For example, the land is not as barren as what I saw a few years ago,
Yeah.
and the server is not as unresponsive as a few years ago. And also, I think at the beginning they have some hiccups in a way because there's so many people playing. So basically, I can't get onto the world that my friends are on. They can't get onto the world,
Yeah.
and then they finally put a patch in and extended the trial. So which I think they're a lot more responsive now with this game as compared to a few years ago when they first released 714.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think probably Square Enix learned its lessons.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's good. It's because I heard iPhone was playing, you're playing, and I'm like, oh, I would like to play it, and it'd be great to play like with you two.
Yeah,
It'd be fantastic, but that time investment is my problem. And I wish that it was like a game where you could just start at the top. Not the top, but there was no leveling. The way you level is by gear. Like you go and do a dungeon and you get the gear and then you can progress from there. I would like something more like that type of system where you can, going out in the world and grinding on mobs and so on for items so you can craft them and things like that would be okay. But if you had to, you could just hop in, go with your friends in a raid or whatever dungeon, and
yeah.
everybody still gets something out of it. I'd love to see some sort of system like that, and
Yeah.
without the leveling barrier.
Not yet, but I heard that from my friend who has been like spending enormous number of hours on that. They have a guild system that actually you can join a guild and do a raid kind of thing.
Oh, righto.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Also, if you don't have a guild registered, you actually then go to a place that they will match up the
Okay.
skill set for different classes of players. So they assemble a guild for you or something like that. I don't
Right.
know. I haven't gone that far yet.
Yeah, I think even, what? I think even gear itself is getting a bit. I reckon. Let's see. I think just being a person, being a character, should be
Yeah.
enough. You should be able to get into a raid, and then it's based on skill. Make
Yeah.
it based on skill rather than your gear. Like we're not going to succeed in this raid because player X hasn't got this level of gear. Like
Yeah.
it's just this player X can play the game better than player Y, so we can do the raid.
Hmm.
They've learned how to play the game, so we can
Yeah.
actually do a raid because they got the skill set to do it. Like tanking and so on. Why should I? I should be able to go out and just say, you know what? I'll go to the shop. I've got enough money. I can buy that shield, that sword, and this should be enough to get us into that raid and hopefully succeed. And anything that we do get, anything that does drop, is just graphical.
Yeah.
Like oh wow, that dragon dropped a shield that I can use, but it's not that I can use it, it's just that it's like replacing the skin that I've got already, so it makes it look prettier, and then we can do that type of, I don't know. It's a bit, yeah, I mean can get a little bit casual and so on as well on the same rate, but yeah, just something that'll take away the time sink part, which is so required in a lot of MMOs. Like you
Yeah.
need to do this dungeon 100 times to get enough coins to buy that item that'll let you in the door of this raid, but won't necessarily guarantee any success. You may be wiping on that first boss for about 4 weeks before we get anywhere. I like being like a brick wall, like there's brick walls and you just
Yeah.
got to keep pounding against it until it falls down. I like that, but at the same
Mhm.
time, I don't have time for that. And like when it's based on gear, when it's based on that artificial
Yeah.
time, requirement, like you need to do this to do that. It's just like I've got the skill now. Why can't I just do it?
Yeah.
make different modes like normal, heroic,
Yeah, I think it.
hardcore, that require finer skills, to succeed. So,
Yeah, I think in FF14 they have a system called they have a system called like fate events or something like that.
yeah.
So it's like a random harder bosses battle that everyone can, or harder missions like just spring out of nowhere and everyone can join.
Oh,
And
okay.
if you're at too high levels, they will actually sync your level to the required level.
Is that based on like just world bosses? Is that what it's like? So you just be roaming around the town, and then suddenly there's this thing that
No,
we
no,
need
just
to.
like a random boss suddenly show up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In the
But
open world.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's kind of like Guild Wars 2 then. Guild Wars
uh,
2, yeah, Guild Wars 2 has these dynamic events, is what they call it. And
uh,
you'll be questing at a town somewhere, and then you just see this horde of people amassing outside the
yeah,
gates, and it's like, what's going on? Oh, what? And then your level go up, and you're sort of in the same range, and are able to fight that, high level thing.
yeah,
So, yeah, which is great. I mean, it's a nice way of building a sense of like community, I suppose, because
yeah,
everybody can get in on this. But once it's finished, everybody just goes their own separate ways anyway. But
yeah, exactly, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
you can see when you suddenly see people amassing together, you know that something is happening.
yeah,
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 as soon as the event is finished, you got your experience point and go. The people just disappear.
yeah. It's become solo game again.
Yeah,
It's like it's the same in World of Warcraft. You got they've got a timeless isle at the moment where you got these rare spawns popping up all over. Like it's not really rare because there's so many of them, and so there's always something up. And when something large pops up, everyone's like, "This thing's about to pop up," and everyone's like, "Let's all go
uh-huh.
there," and they all go there and fight this thing. And then once it's dead, everybody just dissipates,
Yeah,
and goes back to what they were doing. So it's it's I suppose it's a different way of the MMO experience in that it just means that yes, massively multiplayer is
yeah.
happening. The social aspect of it probably not so much,
Mm-hmm.
but that's how they are. That's how MMOs are. But like playing with friends is cool. I would love to. I honestly would love to have the time and be able to
Yeah,
play amongst a group of friends in one of these MMOs. It'd be fantastic. So yeah, but it's good that you've got a group, man. You got a little group there that you can play along with. So
yeah. So yeah, at the moment I do have like a few friends to play with
yeah,
time to time. Yeah, but as I said at the same time, because some of them have a lot more time to play. I think probably if I play with iPhone has already like gone quite far into the story,
yeah,
opened up a lot more things that I do. For me at the moment, I'm just running around on barefoot. And while all the people are riding Arimans and Chocobos and summoning Bahamut and all those kind of stuff, and I'm
yeah.
just a conjurer trying to stay alive in battles.
And just walking around.
Exactly.
Yeah, hitting the beat.
Yeah, but I think they put in a lot of things to keep things interesting,
Yeah, yeah.
which I think is good.
So
Otherwise,
what about the what about so okay, you're in a party with your guild or a you're in your party with a three people. Does it just become all voice chat? Like it's just all through the headset?
uh, I haven't tried the voice chat thing because usually when I play with my friends, we just Skype.
Oh, okay, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Because
Okay.
we
Because
that's what
that's
we usually do. We don't usually use the chat thing and on PS3 that much.
oh, okay. Because that's one thing I was wondering about. Like, well, on the PC, you got the keyboard, so you can go to trade and just go, "Hey, I want to do this." But with the PS4, PS3, is there like a channel where everybody can talk and say, "Hey, does anyone want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this. Do you want to do that? Do you want to?" Or is it? How do you? I mean, or do you have to get on the control panel and start typing messages? Is that
Yeah,
how?
for me because I mean there's certain games that you can like have voice chat and stuff. I haven't checked whether this one has it,
Yeah.
but because usually when we play, we just Skype. That's all.
Oh,
Well, we
okay.
just like that what we're doing. We just
Because
Skype and then we talk about where to go, what to do next, and all those kind of stuff.
Because it makes it very difficult to have that casual conversation or that passing conversation when you walk past someone and say, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh, I'm all right." because you got to type it.
Yeah.
But if it's all on the headset and
Yeah.
they've got like a proximity thing where when you get close to people, you can say hey, and they can actually hear you, because they hear it on their headset. Or through their TV or whatever. That'd be
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
cool.
probably you can do that. I mean, if White Knight Chronicles can do this, I'm probably FF14 will be able to do that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Like White Knight Chronicles is one of the earliest game. Then when you play online, you hear all those people talking to you and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so probably it can do that, but I don't know whether how to do it or maybe whether actually Square Enix has implemented it. I haven't actually heard anyone talking
Yeah, okay.
like on TV
Yeah.
because otherwise it would come through the TV when someone is talking to someone else.
Yeah, 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 that's right.
Or maybe you have to be on your friend list before you can actually talk to each other.
Oh, okay, okay.
It could be that too.
Yeah. Well, I suppose something like that would open it up when you have open world PvP
Yeah,
and you start fighting somebody. Someone's like, hey, you F this and what are you doing? Stop hitting me. Oh, you're a young. And then just pursue and
yeah,
verbally abuse you for the next 10 minutes.
yeah.
So I guess that avoids that.
And also, according to my friend, when you're part of a guild, even when you're not playing together as a party, when, for example, if one of your guild members is in danger in one of the battles, it will show up on your screen, so you can actually go and help the guild member.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So that I think that's kind of like encourage people to work with each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think at the moment it's kind of busy. They're still quite the game is still quite busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how long people will be playing on this. I mean, at the moment I'm playing on the Japanese server. So probably the Japanese server will be like alive a lot longer than the Western one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Because that's
Yeah.
Final Fantasy territory.
Yeah, but there are a lot of like English speaking people playing on this server anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in the future you can actually like pay guilds to migrate your character to another world.
Right.
So yeah, at the moment, if you for example you're on a server in a particular world in one of the servers, then if you want to move to another one, you have to actually change like start from scratch.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think in the future they are going to implement a system that you can use your guilds to pay off.
Just get rid of servers altogether. I wish it was just like one server, and not that everybody's on the same server as such, but you just log into the game, right?
Yeah.
You're on whatever you're on the world, and up the top, which is something that Guild Wars 1 had, and I'm not sure, maybe Guild Wars 2 does as well, but Guild Wars 2 I've seen servers as well, but Guild Wars 1 did it, and it had districts up the top.
Ah.
And all you did was you just went up there, you left-clicked on it, and you said, I'd go to district number depends how many people populate the world at the time, So if there's a lot, there may be like 20 districts. You just go to number 19 or something, and you're in the same place. It's just populated by different people, but you're all on the same planet. You're all on the same world,
Right.
and there's no problem. Like you play with your friends, they're all on the same game, so it's not an issue. And I don't know why they still do this. I reckon this is something that definitely needs to come into play on World of Warcraft. There's too many realms, and it's such a hassle to be like, oh my goodness, I just discovered my friend's on this realm and I'm on that realm. And I've got to make a new I can't be bothered. And I don't want to pay $30 up to $50 to send characters over there. And, it's just such a hassle. And it's just like, I know it's a money spinning thing. You can get a little bit of extra cash doing that, but it annoys people. We want to be able to play with our friends. Just put it all on the same thing. Have a district system, or you can call it a server system if you want, but we can all just jump across there if we want, Yeah. And it'll just make life so much more better for us as the player. And, we'd avoid these complications of half our guild is here and half our friends are there and we need to get over here, but half of them don't want to level up again and half, it's just like such a, Yeah, just come on, Blizzard, and yeah. Anyway, I am. I mean, look, certainly things are getting a little bit better. I mean, World of Warcraft is doing a thing where they're trying to connect realms together and so on, and that's heading in the right direction. And they got what's called battle tags, and you can join up with friends and do certain things, but other things you can't do. And some of them, like the current raids, usually one of them, and it's annoying because there's so many people out there in the world. And
Yeah.
probably will be so simple to get a raid together to do these normal raids, but
Yeah.
complicated by the fact that we're all spread across zillions of servers and we can't do it because competitive reasons, realm versus realm, and my guild has been just come on. It's not 2004 anymore. It's 2013, and I'm sure this type of technology is not that difficult to do. I'm sure it's not that much of a strain on your system. Just do it.
Yeah,
Just
sometimes
bring
I
it,
just think that
as The Rock
probably
says.
it's more like a scheme
Yeah.
to
Yep.
get more money out of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cash
because you lock in,
money.
you sign up with us like this, so we
Yeah.
just make sure that you keep your experience. That is why we want to keep your experience consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, if someone needs to pay to keep their experience inconsistent, that means that basically you know that people will pay you. So let's just get money out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, there is the idea of certain realms do certain things, like certain rules. One has, PvP only, one has PvE, and yeah, you can have three different types of game rules
Yeah.
and just have servers operating within them, one server for each. And anyway,
Right.
that's the dream. That's the dream I would like
That's
to see
true.
in my lifetime. Um,
So I don't know how long I will be playing
yeah.
14 because there's so many games coming out. I mean, there's still games I haven't even started. I'm
One
still,
of the games which I know that you've got is Diablo 3.
yeah,
Now, how is that? Are you liking it on the PS3?
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think I've gone. I didn't really go that far because I got distracted by F14. But I think I quite like it. I quite like this dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Which is good because well, I mean, with Diablo, how far are you into it? Like, are you Act 2 or
Well, I think I'm at the moment. Well, last time I tried to kill that skeleton emperor thing, and I got
Skeleton
the
King.
yes, the king.
Okay, so you're Act 1 still. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yep.
so because that stupid Templar was so useless,
Yeah. Are you liking all the rolling?
that is something I need to get used to.
Yeah, that's interesting because my brother-in-law has the demo on PS3. He goes, check it out, and I was like, "What is this rolling thing? What's that?" Because that's not on
Also,
the
you don't have
PC.
rolling thing in
There is
your.
no rolling thing on the PC, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and he said, "Well, it's probably just a way of them, you know, countering the fact that we get to use mouse and it's probably a little bit more easy to move around." But like with the barbarian, you have a skill where you can leap from one point to another. I think he said that it is still in the PS3 version or the console version, but I guess rolling is a lot easier than just because with the mouse you just simply click where you want to go. And rolling probably helps, dodge things, dodge attacks and stuff like that a little bit easier.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the rolling thing, it doesn't really help when your enemy is actually teleports. For example, the Demon King thing, it teleports everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And
So
that's the point
the
where I
moment you
would
start in
leap.
roll off it, they
Yeah,
just show up right in front of you.
yeah,
I mean, it's good for like normal. So far, I think that it is good when it is just normal enemies.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you got ambushed by a normal crowd of enemies, you can roll out of it, which is fine. But for example, for that boss, I tried once and I just couldn't figure out. Oh, if that's the case, what am I supposed to do?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
very interesting to see like such a different mechanic show up in the console games. Like, what is this? But But yeah.
Yeah, that is the whole rolling thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I try to get myself used to.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
because
sorry,
yeah,
because have you played lots of dungeon crawling games, dungeon crawl games?
I played. Yeah, I played. For example, I think I don't really play a lot, but I
Yeah.
play Skate. I play Champions of Nora. I play Forbidden Kingdom. That kind of stuff. Yeah, I
Okay.
play a lot of Champions of Nora stuff went on PS2 at that time.
All right. On probably the last 3 or 4 podcasts, I've been searching for a game which so far I cannot find.
Which one?
Now, do you know Diablo 1? Have you ever played the first one?
This is a very long time ago.
Yeah. But have you played it? The first one?
I think I might have when it first
Yeah.
came.
Okay, so in Diablo 1, the whole idea is that there's one location, you go into this monastery and you're just going down levels. Like you just keep going down
Yeah.
till you get to hell and fight Diablo, pretty much. And that's something which I've been looking for lately. Like I just want not like Diablo 3 where there's an overworld, then you go into a little dungeon where you just go down a level or two. I want a place where it's like there's just one place, one location, and you're just going down really far down, like
Oh, okay.
exploring each level, and then you can go progress down to the next one, and just like it gets different and strange, and there's all sorts of things there to keep you interested. Have you ever come across a game like that?
I don't think lately we have any games like that. All the dungeon crawlers basically have several locations at least.
Yeah, it's like let's go to this place and muck
Yeah.
around a little bit, and then we're going to go to that place and muck around a little bit. Then we'll go to this
Yeah, I
place.
mean, for example, if you go to a cathedral, maybe the cathedral have like multiple levels, but it's not just one level, like one location. You just keep on going down and going down.
Yeah, yeah. Like in what's called Final Fantasy 1. I remember that last. I think it's the last boss
Oh,
where
there is
there's
like every two steps there's a
yeah,
big
and it's
level.
frustrating as hell. But you got to go up. I think you got to go up several levels. You got to keep going up.
Yeah.
Don't you? Yeah, it's like you just keep going up, 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 and you're like, "Am I there yet? No. Am I there yet? I'm there. I got to start again. Go up, 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 up."
Yeah.
And that, like, as frustrating as it was, I kind of dug that. I was like, "It's cool." Like, I finally get to the boss, and it's all the way. I could have done without all the dying and restarting, but that it's that I want that type of feeling, like where it's just that one place. You know, you're going up some sort of tower fighting your way all the way to the top, or you're going all the way down, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's telling me something. Maybe I want to go exploring caves or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that is very interesting thing.
Yeah,
Check whether
it's
it's a single dungeon, single location dungeon crawler. See whether they
yeah.
have something like that.
It'll say yes, Diablo 1. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to what this a deep down game for the PS4, which is free to play
Uh-huh.
game. It's called Deep Down. By its title alone, it would make me think that this is exactly what I want. Deep down. We're going deep down all the way. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing more about that, only to find out that you go deep down one level and then you're in a different country and you go deep down another. I don't know. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. But I'm hoping that's the game I'm after. Otherwise, like I said to Phuong, I'm just going to have to make this game myself. I
Yeah.
get the game making program, and I just start typing words and programming language, and then out comes a game. My game, the one where you go down.
Yeah, but I mean, dungeon crawler, for me, I actually enjoy it if I play with someone else. I mean, for example, Diablo 3, I like it, but then I would probably,
It
the
would,
next time I revisit it, it will be, for example, a friend came over and let us play it together.
yeah,
Yeah, because I personally I don't really enjoy playing dungeon crawler by myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
hear,
for me it's more like a social game. That's
yeah,
why, for example, when Champions of North came out on PS2, you can like allow up to 4 players playing together with that multi-tap thing.
yeah,
That is when I was living in college and we just played a lot.
yeah, yeah,
But then later, yeah, I mean, I think one of the things I played Diablo, one of the reasons I played Diablo 3 is I call Diablo 3 is because like your friends can bring their save game or save character over, and then you can just load them into your game and continue and play together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was kind of one of the reasons I got it. It's more like for a social reason. I mean, at that time, I think in previous podcasts, I think I have rant about the whole dungeon siege, like so misleading because they said it's like three players multiplayer kind of dungeon crawler, and then when I bought the game, I loaded it and then find out that it's only three player if you actually play it online,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's kind of really really annoyed me at that time.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep.
And of course, it's by Square Enix. That's why they have to be misleading.
Of course. Yeah. Oh.
Like Dungeon Alliance, what is it? Dungeon Alliance? Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
It's a downloadable game on PS3, but then when they release Vita, they actually release a version for Vita.
Oh, right.
So you can play online and offline multiplayer. That one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss a good old. I mean, I miss a good dungeon crawling kind of game too.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah, I'm a little bit interested in the old Elder Scrolls
Mm-hmm.
Online. Elder Scrolls Online. I'm hoping that
Oh, yeah.
because there are certain areas which you do have quite a bit of exploration and they are quite deep, and I would love to see a lot more of that. And you can play that online, and you can have a couple of friends do that as well. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that at EB Expo 2 weeks ago, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks quite impressive.
Oh, you had the chance to have a go, or
No, not have a go. They have a
just to
presentation.
watch? Oh, okay, right,
They should
right.
have a half an hour presentation on Elder Scroll Online.
Yeah. And it
Yeah, so
looks interesting enough.
it
Like,
looks pretty impressive. Yeah,
yeah.
so I would be quite interested to know how it works. But
Is
the
that
thing
coming out
is
on
just
PS4?
oh, huh?
Will that be out on PS4 as well?
I don't know whether it's going to be on PS4. I think it's on PS4. Let me take a look.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
probably be a lot more likely to play online games now, like if I have a console, I think, than playing on PC. Like
Hmm.
with more people, like I don't know, something about the PC just like I like playing on and all, but just I don't know, it seems I feel more comfortable lately on a console.
Oh,
So
really? Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard it.
kind of, yeah. I kind of flip flop between the two. I'll have moments where I'm like, "Oh, PC, that's the only way to do things," and then I'll go back to console. And like, I like being. You know what I think it is? I think it's seasons. I think it's
Yeah.
the weathers. It's like when it's hot, I prefer being downstairs because the air conditioning's downstairs.
Ah.
When it's cool, I don't mind being upstairs on the PC. So maybe it's got something to do with that. So yeah. Well, it looks like it's coming out on the PS PlayStation as well. So
I
Elder
think it's
Scrolls.
coming out on Windows,
Yep.
OS X, PlayStation 4, and Xbox
Yep.
One.
I've got system requirements, Windows, Apple, PlayStation, Xbox. So hopefully
Yeah,
that
but there's
means
Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Well,
yeah,
according to Wikipedia.
yeah. So maybe that'll be the way. I mean, I've not played Elder Scrolls on the console. I played on the PC, but then again, I was playing with a control pad. The whole
Ah,
time. So I may as well have been on the console. So yeah, I mean, like with the PS4 graphical update on the old Elder Scrolls
yeah,
game. Because I mean, looking at Elder Scrolls Online so far, video I've seen, it looks like about as good as Skyrim. Like that
yeah.
type of graphics. So I'm sure the PS4 is capable. I don't know, what did Skyrim look like on the PS3? Did it look fairly good?
It looks okay,
Yeah.
but you still have frame rate issues from time to time.
Oh, okay. Which
Yeah,
hopefully will be all sorted out by the time a game comes out on something more powerful like a PS4. So, because
yeah.
the
I
graphics
think
I'm looking at, it's like it's good, like it's a nice art style, but I don't see anything that's going to really stress a next gen console. Like it'll probably be good. It'll probably run fine, just fine on it.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think yeah.
Yeah. If it
It
can run
would.
Skyrim in high
Yes,
res,
I mean Skyrim. I feel that now that I've gone into the game quite a bit, then when the save file gets bigger and bigger, it takes longer and longer for the game to read, like to load
okay,
or stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, but I read that that is kind of very common on the PS3 and the PS3 and Xbox version.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I do need to finish. For example, I do need to finish Skyrim. I haven't finished the main story yet, and I think I have become the person who just wandered around doing all the other things and forgot about what the main story is.
Yeah, which is good. It's a good way of playing Haven. I wish I did that because I got to a point where I said, bugger it, I'm just going to power through to the end. And because I did that and because I finished it, I feel like I've completed it and I don't feel like going back into it. Like I do load it up from time to time, but then I just sort of wander around for a tiny bit and I just like, well, I finished it. So what am I doing? You know, like it's like
Yeah,
that Final
and
Fantasy
there's no
thing.
more incentive
Mm,
to get you to continue to do all the other side quests and stuff.
yeah, nah. Although I know there's probably about 80% of the world I've never seen, so there's certainly a lot there to look around, and I wish I wish it wasn't I wish it was a co-op game at the very least. That by itself would make me jump back in and just explore
That's
with a
why
friend.
they Elder
Yeah,
Scroll Online
that's
because
it.
they thought
That's it.
people might want to play with other people.
That's right. That's exactly it.
Yeah, but the control on of Elder Scroll on of Skyrim on the console is kind of you really. I really need to get used to.
Yeah, yeah.
So, for example, they use the R1 and L1 as what do they call as control.
Okay. Yep.
So, for example, if you want to hack, you have to press R1.
Yep.
If you want to block, you have to press L1. And at the at the beginning, it took me so much time to actually
Yeah.
get used to.
Yeah, yeah. Does it allow you to configure your control pad to whatever you want?
I think maybe you can, but I haven't tried to do that at the
Uh,
time.
so this is one thing which I wish all games did. Like, you can have a couple layouts, sure, but
Yeah,
offer one layout which is totally customizable. I could put the buttons wherever the hell I want because there's so many instances where you play a game that's very similar in control, but
yeah,
the controls are all completely different and they lock them
yeah,
down and you can't change it. There's like Battlefield 4. Yeah, I think it's Battlefield 4. They've changed a couple of things, and yeah, there's ways of going back and possibly finding something that's very similar. But I've just been playing a lot of say Halo 4, or I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I've been playing another FPS, for example. It's got a different control system. I'm
yeah,
used to this control system. In this particular game, there's not much that's different. Like it's fairly similar, and the things that are different, I can map to a different button. And I feel like I wish I could just say, for FPSs, just I want this control system on all of them, and I should be able to do it. I should be able to customize it to however I want. And I don't see how it's a big deal. I don't see how it's gonna put out anybody, by just having that one thing which allows me to put X. X is my jump button. B is my melee button.
yeah.
Y is my change the weapons button. X, I've already said that. Don't worry about it. I could make it whatever I want. If I
Yeah.
wanna shoot by pushing on the control stick, I should be able to. Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, but I should be able to. So and
Yesterday,
likewise with any
you
game.
can just, I think maybe in the PlayStation 1 era that you pick up the control, you already know that X is the action button, circle is a cancel button, and the square and triangle are always the spare buttons for other things.
Yeah, yeah.
Nowadays, the controller has become so convoluted that sometimes you just really have to press every single button to find out. Oh, okay.
Yep, yep. Or what usually happens with me when I'm playing an FPS game is I continuously throw grenades at people when I'm trying to like press an action button or something. It's like,
Yeah.
come on. I'm trying to aim down the barrel, down the gun sights, and I throw a grenade and I kill half my team. It's like I really that annoys the crap out of me. But anyway, well, we're at about the hour mark, dude. Jeez, that went quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're 54 minutes in. I've been playing Killzone 2, but that's not like new news or anything. But I'm enjoying it. I'll just say
Ah,
that it's an
that's
old
good.
game on the PS3, and I'm playing number 2. I finally finished number 1. My goodness, that was a slog
All
which
right.
I just absolutely, like I enjoyed it in a way. To,
Yeah.
to appreciate where this game's come from because I heard great things about the second one, so I wanted to put myself through the first one, and
Yeah.
I was like getting to the end. I was like, this is just so grrr. You know, the control scheme is just annoying. It's like laggy when you turn, and number two is kind of similar as well. It's like, but I'm used to it. I've gotten used to it, so I'm all right with that. And it's just, you know, that doesn't really of no consequence to me when you see what you see. You're just in an all-out war, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see. And the Hellgaster aren't as dumb as they were, I guess, in the first one.
Yeah.
They're dumb in that they would just say the same things in that same voice, and it's just got really grating on me. And just hearing it go, "Rah! Oh, yeah," you know, I don't even know what they say anymore. It's all been screened out. I don't even know what they say anymore. But yeah, it was really annoying. But man, look, they look so good in the second one when they're in your face
So it
instead
was
of
like a
glowing
huge
eyes.
step forward, isn't it?
Big time, yeah, huge. And really, I suppose if anything, this would be their Halo game. You know, it just looks fantastic. And I'm only on the second one, so I can't even imagine what I'm in for in the third one. But I've got it there and it's ready to go. So I think I'm actually near the end of the second one too, which is cool. And then I've got Resistance 2 and Resistance 3. And Oh, well, I'm not done. I've got another God of War game to play, but I'll be finished with my PS3 games. Oh, and then there's Metal Gear Solid. Oh, I got too many games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got the Metal Gear Solid Legacy?
No, but I don't need to play that one as much as I want to play number 4. Like I've played the other Metal Gear games, so like I'm not really interested in the handheld games either. So I'm just kind of like, I've played 1, I've played 2, I've played 3. I want to see what 4's all about. People going on about how great it is and so on. So I'm looking forward to it. And then, you know, Phantom Pain, whenever that decides to show its head, I'm all up for that. And hearing a bit of Jack Bauer, you know, rather than the other guy that used to voice Snake, but it'll be Jack Bauer now saying, damn it, in his little throwback to 24. I hope he's got to say damn it a couple times. It's got to be in the contract. But yeah, anyway, that's look, and probably by the next podcast you hear, audience, then the new consoles will be out, because Dan takes a little bit of time to edit these podcasts, unfortunately. So yeah, but I imagine it will be close to, if not time, of those games. And we might even do a podcast on the day, and I'll pop it out on the same day, just because, you know, there's a lot of excitement usually around the first day. And
especially if actually you bought it at launch. I would like to know how it stack up for you.
Yeah, I just can't get the bloody freaking wires connected. I don't know what I'm doing. The thing's not turning on. I'm saying PS4 on. Why isn't this working? Oh, that's the Xbox. Oh, damn it. Yeah, but I could do a live unboxing audio version.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's the foam, and here's some more styrofoam, and more styrofoam, and an N64 in this box. What? Why did I pre-order on eBay? Damn it! Yeah. Well, it could be worse. Could be bricks. Who knows? Anyway, yes, that's the thing. All right. Well, I think I'll end it up there. We're almost on the hour. Pretty good. That's Gameolio 77. Haven, did you have any parting thoughts?
Not at the moment. I think, I just need to allocate more time to play a lot of new games again. I mean, I tried to, yes, I'm still trying to platinum Soul Sacrifice. So I only have 2 more trophies to go. So probably after that, I can move on to something new called Dragon's Crown.
Yep.
Yeah, so because I heard a lot of good things about Dragon Crown, so I really try. But then I don't want to actually get it now, and then like not finishing what I want to accomplish with Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I bought my 3DS XL. Yeah, that is my parting thought.
Okay.
3DS XL Pokemon version.
Ooh. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, I've got a special message from Phuong, who couldn't be here today. She says, tell people I'm not there today because I've gone to become a Pokemon master. Yeah,
she is broadcasting a lot of Pokemon stuff on her Facebook. Yeah.
So she would like to tell us about her adventures when she comes back. I did tell her I was going to read this out in my best Phuong voice, but I can't do that to her.
Yeah, so she is she is one of my friend on my 3DS now.
Oh.
Yeah, because every time I walk past,
It goes ding.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
traded a new Pokemon together. Okay,
yeah. So
right.
she level up with on my Me Plaza now. She's
Uh-huh.
level 3 or level 4 on my Me Plaza.
Uh-huh. So did she get X or Y?
I I think she got the Y version.
And what did you get?
For me, I got for the 3DS XL Special Edition. It is more about like the red color or the blue color. So I think the red color is the Y one. So she bought
Uh-huh.
the blue color one. So
Uh,
she bought the blue one, and then but she bought the game. The game she
so
bought was
is
Pokemon Y.
there a Pokemon X and then there's different colors of it, and there's a Y and there's different colors of it? Is that how it
Huh?
works?
Pardon me.
How does that work? Like you said color, you said it's a
So
different blue.
basically, the console color is red
Yep.
for the Pokemon Y one. And but the game was not, so how should I say it? The game did not come with the console. Basically, you have to buy the console separate. You have to buy the game separately because the console was released prior to the game release as a special edition.
Okay.
So she bought the Pokemon X, the blue 3DS XL, but then the game she bought eventually was Pokemon Y.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't even bought my Pokemon game yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, because I'm sure if I start, that means all the other games
Will be soul
should go into the
sacrificed.
shelf. Yes,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
really want to finish Soul Strike. I mean, especially when you only have 2 trophies left, you just want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the last two, one of them really needs grinding,
Mm-hmm.
but the other one is when you finish the other one, the remaining one is quite easy. But I don't want to go down the path. I finished the easy one, and I left the difficult one there, and just dragging on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Pokemon, post Pokemon Blues.
Yeah, so probably next time,
Yep.
iPhone will be able to talk more about Pokemon.
Hmm.
Probably she will have finished it,
Mm-hmm.
or probably maybe tomorrow when I see her, she might say that I finished it over the weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think her last post was she is running out of name for the Pokemon that she has caught.
Aha.
So it looks like she is determined to catch them all.
Right.
Yeah,
Crazy games.
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
probably see whether I get. I mean, I'm waiting for Monster Hunter 4 to come out in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of getting Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, but then if Monster Hunter 4 already came out, why in Japan? Why would I want to play Pokemon? Why would I want to play Monster Hunter 3?
Yeah.
Because you have to start things over in anyway.
Yeah. Okie dokie. That's the Pokemon talk of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for joining us on this podcast with me
Thank
and
you.
Haven. Haven and I shouldn't put myself before Haven. What's that? Unbelievable. How can I hope? What? That's just unheard of.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And listening to us talk about the gaming things like we do, and we have been doing for 77 podcasts or so. If you'd like to write to us, you can write to us at gameolio@gameolio.com. Send an email to us, or you can leave a comment on the Facebook group, facebook.com/gameolio. Join us there and say g'day.
Coolness.
I like this game, I like that game. Or you can tweet at us at twitter.com/gameolio. You can watch our YouTube videos at youtube/gameolio. You can whatever/gameolio. Just type in whatever/gameolio. I'm sure something will come up. Google it. Just Google it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think if you just Google it, it will show up pretty easily.
Yeah, something will show up. Hopefully it's a good
Actually, if you check Gameolio, it shows up with our website directly in the first search result.
thing. There you go. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're out of here. I'm going to go drink some coffee, and Haven's going to go and have some beer, I think.
That's right. Coke.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here, Haven. And
Okay, I'll
we'll
talk
see
to
you
you
next
later.
time. Bye.
Yep. Bye.